Hi guys, my name is Chuguka John Ume Ojiako, and today I have decided to start up a new YouTube channel. And in this YouTube channel, I'm gonna be sharing information relating to leadership, real estate, and finances. But before we get started in this journey, I want to introduce myself first. I was born in Nigeria. I was born in Anambra State, Nigeria, in a city called Onitsha. I spent 20 years of my life there. I went from nursery school up to high school there. But now it was time for me to go to university after I've gotten my WAEC from Dennis Morea Grammar School. And it was time for me to move up, go to university. And I wanted to go to University of Nigeria in Nsukka. That was my dream school. But my score wasn't that high enough to get into that university. So I had to spend one additional year at home, preparing for another jam. So within that 1 year, I decided to, instead of narrowing my spectrum, I wanted to expand it more, So I decided to start looking at universities in UK, Canada, and America. But my mind was actually in America because I have got relatives here, where I can stay if I decided to move here. So I found a school, I decided to apply, and was also pursuing my university education in Nigeria. So I wrote JAM, got a very good score. Decided that UNN is no longer the school for me, but I wanted to go to FUTO. So I made FUTO my first choice and University of Nigeria in Nsukka my second choice. So when the time came, I decided that since FUTO was my first choice, that was the place that I was gonna go. And so what happened that I was pursuing Brookhaven College at the same time as I was pursuing FUTO, and it so happened that the admission for both schools came the same month. They came the same month, the same February 2011. That was when I got the admission for both. So I was just left in this dilemma, where to go. Am I going to pursue my American education or just go to this FUTO that I've already gotten admission and I've spent 1 year at home praying and hoping that I was going to get into school. So I just decided to just keep pursuing both of them, and not throwing the towels in any choice that was left before me. So I decided to move from my parents' house into college campus in Futo. I was staying with some of my friends. I know you guys will be watching it. So I just decided to stay with some of my friends over there, just squatting with them and attending classes and everything. So I had thought I wanted to do engineering. Engineering was something that I picked interest when I was in SS3, when I was in DMGS, because I was part of this group, the Jets Club. I was part of the Jets Club, and we had our mentorship from Nigerian Association of Engineers. And these guys will always tell us the good stories about being an engineer. So I said, okay, that engineering was the right stuff for me. I wanted to study mechanical engineer precisely. But as I went through the rigors of school and all of that stuff, I was like, I don't think engineering is the right thing for me. So I decided to change my major to psychology. So instead of studying engines, I decided to study humans, So I decided to change my major to psychology, and with that major, I pursued my American school. I got admitted, got my I-20, got everything ready. So it was time for me to go for a visa interview. And just like many of you know about, I don't know if you guys know anything about American consulates in different countries. You have to appear in person, you know, present your documents and defend yourself before a consulate officer. And usually that is a tedious activity to do. It's draining to do, you know, especially if it was your first time. So my first time was in the consulate in Abuja. When I went there, everything went on well until it got to my time, you know, and the man the man has shown some consistency in denying people visas. So I was just praying, God, please, not this man. I was just praying, God, please, not this man. So lo and behold, it was him. And, you know, he asked me why I was going to Texas. I was like, oh, because my school is there. He asked me why the school. Then I got super confused, you know, and that was my first time. I was super nervous. I was very nervous because I've heard all these horror stories about consulate officers. They are not bad. They just want to understand you, and of course, you know that they their inclination is always to deny visitors. That is just their inclination, you know. I don't know if they have a quota. I don't know how they operate, but their inclination is always to deny people's visas, you know. So I was denied. I was denied when I went to Abuja, and things didn't work out very well. So I was in this state. Do I go back to Futo, or do I just keep pursuing this American visa stuff? You know, obviously it's so hard to go through the consulate and get your visa. So, but my fate was just locked in. My fate was just locked in. So that particular day, the particular day that I was denied visa, I went to go buy something, and I was going back to the house. Then inside my spirit, I heard Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 20. I was like, that is actually the first time I had a surreal spiritual experience, you know. It just came into my spirit. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 23. So I went back home and I opened it. It says that you should keep professing your faith, for he is faithful that promised. And that was all. So that kind of encouraged me. Keep professing my faith. Keep professing that He is faithful that promised. So I was like, okay, based on this encounter that I had, I'm going to apply for this visa again. So I got the money. I got the money, and the following day I went and paid for another interview. So this time around there was no date available in Abuja. I only had a date in Lagos. So I decided to book the date for Lagos and travel back to Anambra State and just stay at home until the next visa interview comes up. And that period of time was actually really tough because the things that were going through my head, should I just stop this whole American stuff and go back to Futo and continue from where I stopped, you know, because I had paused my academics in Futo 100%. I burnt the bridge leading me back to Futo. So the only thing that could work out right now is just America. That is the only thing. If it doesn't work out, I'll keep pursuing until I get it, you know. So I had to defer my admission from summer entrance into fall, so I can have the time to go for another visa interview. So I went for another one, and I made a mistake in my DS 160. So I used it's DS 160 is a form that you have to fill out when you go for an interview. So the DS 160 I used was the one I sent to Abuja. So my interview was at 7:30 a.m. in the morning. So as I went in there, the consulate's administrators the people you have to see first before you go in there for your interview. They said, you have the wrong DS-160, that I have to go outside again, you know. So I went outside again. The people charged me like 1,500 naira to fill another DS-160. And after filling it, by the time I came in, went through security and everything again, the set that I came in, so the 7:30 interview set, almost all of them are through, you know. So I now went in with the 10 a.m. Set. So actually, God was building my miracles from there. You know, He was building my miracles from there. Because if I had went in with the 7:30, I don't know what my reality would be right now. You know, I don't just know what my I don't even want to think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. So I went in there. I went in there with the 10 a.m. set and the set of people scheduled for 10 a.m. Um, so as it was getting to my time, it happened that all of the consulates, they all went for lunch, and a new set of people came in. I don't know how that just happened. I feel like God wanted to bless somebody really today. And that was my testimony. My testimony happened right there, you know. So the lady that interviewed me, I was the second person that she interviewed for the day, and the first person was denied. So I was just there wearing my white shirt and red tile and black pants. I remember that day. That was the day my life changed forever. She asked me a whole lot of questions, and I kind of staggered a little bit. I didn't know that some of the information I gave already was already in the system. So I kind of staggered a little bit, but I got my composure at the end, and I was truthful. I explained everything by the special grace of God. Boy, guys, that experience, anybody that I know that have gone through United States interview visa process will always tell you that this is just by God's grace, especially when you sit down there and see how people are being denied in front of you. Sometimes fear might even grip you. So but that never happened, and she said congratulations that you've been granted a visa, F1 visa, to United States. So that was how I got into United States, and my journey has been really, really, really inspiring and amazing. When I first came here, lo and behold, I saw electricity for the first time in my life. 24 hours electricity for the first time in my life. Remember, I came here when I was 20 years old. And the journey has been really, really impactful. I've gone on to graduate from with my associates in psychology, and I moved on to do 2 years diploma in theology and theological studies in Victory Bible College. Then I transferred to Northeastern State University, where I got my bachelor's in finance. And in my next video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I graduated summa cum laude. I hope you stay tuned for that, because I'm going to be sharing a whole lot of nuggets for you, especially students that are in America, how you can study, retain information, and also understand what you're studying and be able to write your exams very effectively. Thank you guys for watching this video. This is actually my first video. Please give it a thumbs up, like this video, comment below if you have any question for me. I'm free to answer any of your questions, and if you want me to do any video, relating to any question that you might have, I just need to see that the question is consistent, maybe about 5 or more people asking the same questions, and then I can do the video for you guys. But this is my first YouTube channel, guys. Please like my video, comment, and share. That will really help me to be making more awesome videos for you guys. So that's my journey to United States of America, the land of my dreams. the land of the free because of the brave. Thank you guys for watching.